Hello friends, today I am explain Squid Game Season 3 Part 2. I hope you like it. If you didn't watch previous parts, so go first watch previous parts, you will find its link in the description. If you don't understand anything, so hurry up and check out. Let's go now. Without further delay. Soldier starts from where Maji's son was shot by some pink soldiers, but only then do we see that the game is over and the rest of the people who opened the door and went ahead were saved, but only then does this one from the red team attack the rest of the pink soldiers, but only then do his partners save him. Usually, in the previous episodes of the first, second and third, we had never seen these pink soldiers unmasked, so this time the ones we were shown were not soldiers, but rather ultra-rich people whose names were Chinese coupons, which means they are blowing up. I adjusted it according to my own calculations because I could not find out their names on IMDb and Wikipedia. So basically rich people thought that if they are investing money in the game, why not play it once and hunt them down? So how fun will it be? And now as the game was over, everyone had come to the main hall. Now the one who was here, Manso, had Thanos locked aid in his hand, which contained some pills that used to make the brain dizzy. So he took the medicine and started asking for it, but Manso did not give it to him. Then a fight broke out between them. The medical officer, the pink soldier, calmed them down and said that it was our job to save the lives of the players in this hall. If you did anything, we will kick you out right now. All the players were very scared because no one understood whether they should play the next game or not because the tasks were going to be more dangerous these days. Mainly, we saw player 11 and player 46, who wanted to hide and save their lives from all of them, that is, from this island, but it was difficult to do so alone because there were patrols all the time. The remaining guards could have dismissed them at any time, but then the scene shifts to the newborn wife, as if she had been born by Qingli. The old aunt takes care of her very well. The baby starts crying, so auntie says that the baby is hungry. Qingli, feed her with your milk. Now Qingli starts feeding the baby so that everything will be calm. She will die standing far away. She was watching all this but did not move forward because she knew that the other players did not know the truth. Then the pink soldiers arrive there and tell her that almost 32 people were killed in the last game and the blood of the killed people is yours. Now there will be a vote on whether to play this game or not. Now go to one side. The voting process was about to start. There we can see the elders who were thinking that the last game was the next game because all these things were kept secret for the Pez so that the atmosphere of excitement would remain. On the other hand, Choi's phone comes to Shanha and he tells him that he had a little fun with a local friend in the market and it turned out that the captain doesn't come here, there is no one by that name and this boat doesn't come here either. Then where does he get this fish from? He has seeds and how did he suddenly come? That is, he is a planned person who is deceiving you. But those who said no, he saved me. How can he deceive me? Now you also listen to me and get on the boat quickly. Don't waste your time. While Choi says that no, I had to do a little more CII degree, my brother. I think this is the captain who is preventing us from reaching this island. Until I get proof of this, I will not come back here again. I was sitting as the front man with the elders and was strategizing that it is my job to make you enjoy the people you have invested your money in twice as much. And anyway, in this time's voting, there are more of those people and less of the X people, meaning that people will agree to play the game again. Here the voting madness starts and as usual, since there were more of those people, everyone was casting their votes to play the game. Seeing this wrong thing happening, Buddy Auntie comes in and says, whether there is humanity or not, if we all come together and stop this voting, it will end here and we can divide the money we have received so far after the death of the other players and leave here. And if you find this too lacking, I will also divide all the money I have, my personal house, shop, property, because I have nothing left to live for, neither do I have my children nor do I have my son. And anyway, I have lived my life, so I don't want to live, but I just request you to stop this game here because now a small life is also involved in this game. If you guys raise your hand to play further, then this small life that was born here will die here. Just think about this new mother. But the current players who were already buried under debt, everyone had debts of thousands of millions of crores on their foreheads, which they wanted to get rid of in a pinch. That's why everyone was ready to play the next game. O Sineo coming back to the main story again. So here where these people win in the voting process. On the other hand, inside the operation theater room it is known that something has gone wrong, i.e. someone shot and killed many doctors who were also soldiers, and now they had become suspicious of number 11 and player number 246. Here sitting in the panel and fingering each other. I was thinking that man, this girl who was born inside this game, should she be kept in the game or not, because it is not a part of our show. But then the frontman says that if she was born inside this game then she is also a player, so from today we will treat her like a player, after which night falls and everyone prepares for sleep. But the frontman and the rest of the people had come to know that the people who shot in the operation theater could also be soldier 11 and player number 246, means that now the next day their address was going to be cleared. There is a scene shift in the boat where the captain forbids them to explore other islands and says that there is going to be a low tide. Low tide means that soon the bound will come, so we have to leave here. But who knew that he was lying somewhere, so he did not listen to the captain and took the drone to a hill. Here the scene shifts to dinner, and this time their dinner was very poor. Only one owl, which I thought was probably not even boiled, it was raw. Auntie G had given one of her owls to Chingli and said that at that time, you need this food more. What about me? My life has ended, but you have just given birth to a new life. You eat it, and Chingli also eats that owl. Here the scene shifts to the captain, who was sitting in his room at that time drinking alcohol, and then their soldier 11 arrives and says that at this time you are at my gunpoint. If you want to save your life, then do as I want to do, to which the captain agrees to make a deal with him, in which 11 tells that next day soldier, that is, 11 and soldier 246, whose number was currently S, that is, the soldier system, we will both patrol outside together and get out of there, in which your team should not be in our midst, to which the captain says that I will do your work, but you will not be able to go far from here, to which 11 says that it is mine to see all that work, you just do as much as you say, otherwise it will be your turn to die next, that is, you will be eliminated. There we see John, who at that time had reached an island through his boat and was trying to think whether this is the same island where I came 2 years ago. But despite finding enough of the poor man's bad luck, even though he doesn't get that island, that is, the search for it was still going on. The scene shifts to Changli, who was sleeping with her boyfriend at that time. Dante comes to her, sees the innocent looks of both of them, and then goes straight to Siwan and tells him that, look, I always loved my son very much, but he was never worthy of it. Sometimes he failed in school, sometimes he failed in college, and when he started a business, he partnered with his friends. I scolded him a lot, so one day he took a lot of pills in a rage. He fell on the ground, foaming at the mouth. To save him, I took him to the hospital and ran away. I was trying everything I could to save my son. That day, I realized the importance of my son. Not every human being is born with a superfind, and he was one of them. That day, I could have gone to any extent to save my son. But look what this game has done to me. It took away her son from a mother. What could be more disgusting for a mother than this? Look, Song, I don't know you, but I have understood one thing for sure. Your eyes had reached the point of saving us people. They are the ones who are obsessed with him. Even if he wants, we won't save anyone else. Don't save me either. But promise me that you will definitely save this girl and her little daughter, whoever is born. They also have life, they have enough time, there will be Jabersians. He promises Anti-G that yes, I will definitely keep this oath of yours. At the same night, we see Joey, who had reached the house of the captain of the ship with his friend by stealing. He says that I am entering his house. I have to do some investigation whether he is really connected with the people of the Squid Game or not, so stay here and keep watch, and if anyone comes, inform me. After that, he enters the house, but only then a dog comes there. Now the dog attacks him, but to protect himself, Joey shoots the dog, after which he enters the house. To investigate against the captain, the man shifts to the wild soldiers, where number 11 had got the key to start the next day vote, that is, the front man wanted to drive him away. Now here in the story, 2 or 3 big jokes have been made on the story. To stretch and increase the length of the episode, I will explain to you at the end of this episode why this is so. Here the scene shifts to the next day, and now for the next task. These people had reached the main hall, but this time they had not come empty-handed but with a coffin. Everyone was thinking that a coffin comes only when someone's dead body has to be brought or taken away. Then why did the coffin come? Where they find out that at night the old auntie got tired of this game and thought it better to lose her fate, that is, she had prepared her own amulet. Seeing that Song was completely broken, the scene shifts to the captain's house, where Choi has to see the photo of this Takchi player and the captain's photo together, meaning that at one moment they used to be friends. Now if you remember the guy who played Takchi, he was the one who scolded people at the railway station in Season 1 and Season 2 and made millions of rupees. Now here the rat had understood that these games really do happen, ultra-rare people really do exist, who play deadly games and make themselves less intelligent. I have to convey this information to the Jinn by any means, but only then the police arrive there and arrest him and take him with them. But before leaving, he had seen that where the dog was tied, there was a small pot under the dog house of the tied dog, in which there was a lot of money, including a dress from the soldiers of the scout game, and this was going to be a big piece of evidence to expose all of them. Here, the scene shifts to the gaming zone, where all the players were going to be present for the next task. Here, he had sworn an oath to Sung Ju's daughter with the anti-G, so he says to Chingli that you look quite injured, your leg bone is broken, if you have trouble climbing the stairs and fall, the child may get this. Give me the child, if you can trust me. Then Chungli thinks and gives it to 50 people, where they kiss and decide how it will be if the child is also placed on a small girl, that is, I should play games with this girl too, then I will have more fun playing the game. Here we are, these rich people.